Alright, it appears as though I have the floor. I'm going to head and get started. Now, uh, again, this is just going to be very simple. Um, I have previous works here with me. You might not be able to see that as well. However, uh, it's not going to be as detailed this time just due to time constraints. And, well, to be honest with you, initially I was going to have some form of music playing. Recently entered into the public domain. I found some classical atonal pieces that I really enjoyed. However, the setup wasn't really conducive for the rest of this, so, well, you're just gonna have to hear me talk. But that's okay. It was to suffice for my musical ineptitude. I put out a noisecore tape. Hey, I'm 15, 16. I find one noisecore record in the bargain bin at Sound Exchange. Shout out to Sound Exchange. And, I thought I could do that. And that I did. But, you know. But yeah, in order to do that, I found some recently entered into the domain, public domain, sorry, atonal music from almost 100 years ago. But I thought, I could make this better, and I put it in reverse. And, it was cool. I liked it, but, for the most part, I can't think of very many people who would want to listen to atonal music backwards for 20 minutes, but, that's kind of weird, but hey, this is Manic Juice, you're watching Manic Juice live, right? You're probably pretty used to weird stuff. Good weird. So, alright, so we're going to start out very simply here. We're going to get a nice green going on here. And we're going to make a very simple face. Not a really detailed face, but a fun face, a funny face. I like painting faces, not, detailed. I base a lot of my paintings off of previous doodles I've done in the past, which is always fun. I've never been really artistically inclined. I've never taken an art class either, so am I the right guy for this job? I don't know. But, I don't think there's really any correct way to conduct art. Anything can be art interpretation, but I think everyone knows that. That's not really a revolutionary statement or anything. But yeah, I've shared this with my friends before, and it's something I wasn't really so inclined to do. It was something I kind of did just privately for fun, just to relax. And yeah, but I had some really deep conversations about the legitimacy of art, and began to realize that when it comes to art, whether it be music, painting, spoken word, poetry, anything of the sort, objectivity, at least in the quality and artistry, really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's harder to come by than you think, at least in my opinion. I feel that when it comes to the objectivity of what is good art and what is, bad art, I don't think there is a good art and bad art. I think it's merely art. Which, yes, this is rambling to fill the space since my atonal music could not come through tonight. But that's okay. You get to listen to me talk and paint a pretty picture. Okay. We're going to touch this up just a little bit. Now, usually my paintings will have a lot more detail, and nitty-gritty, small things. But this one's not going to have as much of that. And of course, they'll all have a finish at the end. So if anyone's interested in seeing the finished product after it gets touched up and everything, feel free to contact me. I'll send you a pic. Pretty cool. Now, since I'm not Bob Ross, I'm not going to tell you the names of all the different colors and everything. I should have showed this one up. Dang it. But, you can just kind of look along. If you want to paint too, feel free. Feel free to paint with me. Right. Let's smudge this up a little bit. We're going to make this look kind of ugly. Wouldn't that be fun? Make this look a little gross. But in that, we're going to make it look fun. Make it look interesting, something different. You ever think about that? Pretty much every painting, unless it's like a repro, is its own thing. One of a kind. Now, obviously you can take inspiration, but every stroke, every... Oh, okay, hold on, that actually looks kind of cool. I've never done this before. But every stroke of the brush, everything, it's its own thing, and that is the beautiful thing about art. It is 100% unique. That actually looks pretty damn cool. Well, alright. Alright, now I'm gonna have to employ some tools here. Get this to maybe dry a little bit faster. I don't know how practical this is, or if it just looks funny, but either way, I bet it's entertaining to some degree, and therefore I'm gonna roll with it. Yes, this is a football pump, but, you know. This is coming out nicer than I expected. Yeah. This is gonna be a good one, folks, I'm telling you. You know, sitting here realizing this, and kind of funny how this almost became a de facto comedy bit, but really I'm just having the time of my life here. I don't know how much time I have left, so feel free to jump in and tell me to stop at any point. But that was weird. Get this going. Ooh, that's a lot of paint, and I'm not going to use that much. That's okay. You know, living in Florida, the great Sunshine State, it is swelteringly hot, and I am adored in all black, which was a mistake. Now, it is nighttime, but I do not have my fan on. That was a mistake. But I don't want to, you know, I want to kind of keep the sound all right. You know, nothing, I know you can probably hear my laptop running. I don't have a setup. This is very impromptu, but I like it more like that. It feels more raw, unadulterated. I don't know why I did that. All right. And we're gonna do a little like that, as to not to smear the already wet paint. And this is primarily because of time restraints, but that's okay. Art's meant to be fun. Now you can take art seriously, and in some respects I do. I know this is very silly, but, you know, really, it can be fun, it can be serious. I do a lot of writing, though I don't particularly share it with anybody, and I'd say I take that, at least, you know, the semblance of it, somewhat seriously. But this is for fun. This is for fun. I've considered, you know, what if I showed this to somebody who knew something about painting and get this into an art gallery? And then I remember, no, I wouldn't. Maybe sometime. But how's it look on camera? Yeah, probably all right. Oh yeah. This is already coming out uber silly, and that's how I like it. Just laid back. Relaxed. I wish I could read the live chat. And though I definitely could, this beautiful piece of art is taking away all of my attention. Oh yeah. Alright. We got a pretty little face going on here. Nothing too crazy. Not a particularly happy or sad face, a neutral face. An ambiguous face. You can interpret the feeling that this face is giving off. And I like that. I like ambiguous art. You put your own meaning to things, you know? I think a lot of people overlook the, well, maybe not a lot, but I feel that some people kind of overlook ambiguous art as a little, silly. And it can be, absolutely, I mean, but sometimes it's good to give things a meaning of their own, you know? Oh yeah. Now this is definitely going to be touched up in the near future. It's a very raw version of it, but yeah. Now, I don't know how long I've been going for. That may be a problem. However, trust the process. Don't get too scared. Mistakes are made. I mean, I'm sweating through my skin. I'm nervous. That's okay. It's fun. This is fun. I've never done anything like this before. You know, I've don't know if I will again. I mean, if have the opportunity to. I hope I do because this is absolutely throttling. But look at the little tiny. I don't have a tinier brush, do I? No. The paint cup going. Oh yeah. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and see what the chat's saying real quick on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Seen some positive reactions out there. Love this. Alrighty. I have now a newly renewed vigor in doing this, and that's amazing. Alright. Wow. I don't know how much longer I have. And I don't know how that can be communicated to me. Perhaps by the will of some universal power. But, you know. Alright. Now time for the triangle. This tiny little triangle. Let's see if I can... Uh-oh. Oh yeah. That is unequivocally a triangle. Now it's small, and it is in dire need of retouching later in the future, but right now that's probably the most musical this section is going to get. But hey. Alright, now we got to go for the circle. Ooh, I needed to shake that paint. That paint needed to be shook. Oh, that was the easiest one. Oh. Well, that's going to drip. Does that mean it's time to bust out the old gridiron pump again? I do believe that is the case. This is not pragmatic whatsoever. And if you've painted something before, you're yelling at me, and that's okay. I don't blame you. I would be yelling at me too. In fact, like me in 20 minutes is going to be yelling at me. Why did you use the gridiron pump? I don't know. That's how they're being okay. And to some extent, it probably is. Wonderful. All right. Well. This. Yeah. Yeah, will be touched up in the future, absolutely, but yeah. You can see the Stream's a little delayed, but that's all right. No worries. Ooh.
Hey, Tax, I'd say you're up.
Alrighty.
That was awesome. I think the
Thank
stream
you.
is kind of shitting the bed again, unfortunately.
That's all right.
Um, I wish it wasn't.
Ah, that's all good.
Yeah.
Sorry for
But
the
like,
mindless rambling.
what's that?
Sorry for the mindless rambling. I was gonna have
That
some
was
music
awesome,
going
man.
on,
I
but
loved it. I thought that was so sweet.
thank you, thank you.
But yeah, even your screen is frozen. I think on your end, as well as our stream being in bad condition at the moment. So I might send you off.
Alrighty.
But I think the bulk of it came through just fine.
Oh yeah. Alright. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you as well. I loved it. I think
Alrighty.
everyone else did as well. You can go back and check the chat.
Alright. Alright.
All right, man.
So,
We'll talk.
alright.
I think Mondo's missing at this point, but he'll be back.
He'll be back. Alrighty.
Thanks again.
Alright. Take care.